What's up, and welcome back to Rumor Has It Official. Let's get straight into talking about Love After Lockup. This is season 2, episode 12, and the title of this episode is Visits and Violations. Starting off with Lizzie and Scott. So Lizzie says that it's been stressful being around Scott and her daughter, and Lizzie decides to meet up with an old prison mate and go shopping. So Mel is curious to know why Lizzie is in a serious relationship fresh out of jail, because Lizzie pretty much wastes no time in showing her that she's engaged. Mel also adds that she feels Lizzie has an addiction of using men. Now, while these ladies are shopping, they show Scott. Scott is stressed out, so he calls Charlene his friend. If you guys remember in previous episodes, Charlene is his really good friend that he was venting to while Lizzie was locked up, and Charlene has been against this whole relationship from day one. She feels that Lizzie is using Scott, and she's even suggested that he take money off of the table and just try to build the relationship without the money. But Scott was determined, to buy Lizzie's love and take care of her. So he pretty much doesn't listen to anybody. So Charlene, once he tells Charlene that he's pretty much broke, Charlene says that she really doesn't know what to say. Because, what do you say to a person where you've told them over and over again what it is, what not to do, and they do it anyway? Back to Lizzie and Mel. So Lizzie and Mel, they go shopping, and they're shopping with Scott's credit card. On top of that, Lizzie decides to treat her friend. Now, Lizzie spends close to $2,000. I think the total was like $1,900. So it's like close to $2,000 on both of their clothes that they picked. Her friend, Mel, feels that Scott is just another one of Lizzie's tricks. Let's move on to Megan, Michael, and Sarah. So Megan has bought a one-way ticket, so she plans on going home whenever. Michael picks up Megan and says that he knows that he told his mom that he would break up with Megan and choose his family, but it's not in his heart to do it. In the next scene, Megan and Michael head to check in with his PO, and as he's driving there, they're having a little bit of conversation, and Megan tells him that while she's there, she plans on looking for jobs and apartments. And by the look on his face, he's kind of looking like, man, what I'm gonna tell her to try to talk her out of that? Because she's already moving forward. It's like, okay, he out of jail, I'm about to make moves to figure out how to be with him. And I always feel like it should be the other way around, that the man should be trying to pursue you and create a plan and a future with you. But Megan is just taking matters into her own hands and doing what she wants to do. So as they're driving, Megan has the location to where he is supposed to check in at on her GPS. But once they get to the address, they discover that is the wrong place. Once they find the correct place that he's supposed to check in at, they only have 30 minutes to get there, which would make him 10 minutes late. Michael's speeding like crazy, but he finally makes it. Once he pulls up, police officers are waiting for him outside. The police end up checking his car. They're going through Megan's luggage, and they handcuff him. They book him with a violation of parole. Michael, I feel like, come on, dude. Like, he should have known better. And he should have known that he shouldn't have been driving in the first place. But he's getting caught up and he's getting messed up because he's trying to juggle two women and he's living in a lie. So this is what happens. So Megan, really, I just feel like she needs to find another guy. She needs to find a good guy that's not in the system. And it was just crazy because old girl was really trying to prove that she's just this ride or die chick, because Michael had told her when they were driving on the way for him to check in, he told her to light him up a cigarette, and she did exactly that, lit him up a cigarette. Let's move on to Caitlin and Matt. So Caitlin's mom has passed away, and we've seen that in the previous episode. She passed away, and Caitlin is grieving. She's trying to process it all because her mom's death was really sudden. So Caitlin says that she feels alone more than ever. Let's move on to Tracie and Clint. So Tracie's back in jail and Clint is going to visit her. Clint got Tracie a lawyer and says that he will continue to pay her legal fees because he loves her. Now, on the way there to see Tracie, he gets a call from her lawyer, which makes him very upset. He hops out of his truck. I mean, Clint is swearing, punching his truck and yelling, "Tracie, I love you!" And it's just too much. It's too much. Let's go back to Megan, Michael, and Sarah. So Michael's mom and sister are frustrated that he didn't make it on time. His mom goes to see Megan and says that she doesn't believe that he's in love with Megan. She adds that she's trying to see why he didn't make it on time and that Megan has to go. Let's go back to Caitlin and Matt. So Caitlin goes to pick up her mom's ashes. This has got to be hard. She goes to pick up her mom's ashes and she hopes for closure, but knows that it's going to take time to process everything. Matt says that he's trying to be there for her. He also wants to know how to be there for her during this time. Things get ugly quickly while they're still there trying to pick up her mom's ashes. It felt like more like this was a couple's therapy or counseling session because the funeral director tries to encourage Caitlin and give her words of wisdom, but then she finds herself in a very uncomfortable position to try to de-escalate an argument that was happening there. I mean, it was crazy. I really just don't have nothing to say about that. I want to know what you guys think about Caitlin and Matt's actions. Let's move on to Brittany and Marcelino. So it's Giovanni's first sleepover, and so Brittany and Marcelino take him to the park. Brittany still hasn't told Marcelino that she's pregnant. She also adds that marrying Marcelino and having their baby is all that she's focused on. I guess that means she's not focused on Amanda any longer. She wasn't happy or pleased with the way that they conducted themselves for Marcelino's birthday party, especially the girlfriend, because you all know in the previous episode she wanted to fight her. So in the next scene, they show that Brittany and Marcelino finally have their own place. And later that night, after they tuck Giovanni in for bed, she tells Marcelino that she's pregnant. Marcelino feels extremely happy about the news, and he feels that it solidifies their relationship. Let's go back to the love triangle, Megan, Michael, and Sarah. So Michael's mom knocks on Megan's hotel door and tells her that Michael will be locked up for 4 months. And when Megan tries to get more info from Michael's mother, she's very short with her and is trying to quickly leave. Before his mother could walk off, Megan's like, "Well, can I get a hug?" Like she wants to hug her. His mom gives Megan a dry old pity patter type of hug and tells Megan to try and get as much sleep as she's going to get, which is none. My thing is, production could have relayed that information to Megan. Michael's mother didn't have to go there. I feel like in this case, first off, when she hopped on that FaceTime call and spoke to Megan, knowing her son was married to Sarah, she was in the wrong. And then this here, her going to that hotel to talk to Megan and let her know about what's going on with her son, she's wrong again. She's just as much in the wrong as her son. You're telling your son to get rid of another woman to make it work with his wife and have his family, but you are filling in a side chick on the whereabouts of your son. I don't get, what sense does that make? You're supposed to stay out of that. And if he's doing wrong, you let him learn his lesson and be held accountable for his actions. But I feel like when you mix yourself up in the mix of all of that, then you become just as wrong because you know it and you ain't saying nothing. You looking in that girl's face, his wife's face, Sarah, kikiing and talking with her, but you know some information that you know would hurt her. I don't think the mama's right for that. I need y'all to comment down below and let me know what y'all think. Let's go back to Lizzie and Scott. So Lizzie says that she doesn't feel bad about spending Scott's money because he's her man, okay? When her daughter sees how much her mom spent using Scott's credit card during a heated argument between them, Jasmine calls her mom a dirty, I think she said dirty or greedy. It was one out of them, a dirty or greedy bee. Now, I don't agree with that. That's totally uncalled for and disrespectful. This is my thing. At the end of the day, her mom is grown, okay? So her daughter's trying so hard not to lose her mom, and I get it. I get it. She hasn't had her mom in years. Her mom has missed out on a lot, okay? But that still does not give you the right to be disrespectful and talk to your mom or call your mom out her name. This is the thing. You might not agree. And if you feel like your mom is doing something that you don't agree with, distance yourself. But you still there, all up at the hotel. Your mom is in a relationship, quote unquote relationship, whether she's using this man or not, I don't know. It's simple. Until she could get herself together and choose you as a priority and really make up for the lost time, then I kind of feel like you should distance yourself. She should distance herself, okay? You keep telling her, you know, Mom, you need to be focusing on you. You know, you could have took that money and bought you an apartment, all this stuff, but she ain't trying to do that. She's comfortable with having that man take care of her. So what you gonna do? I'm not gonna keep talking till I'm blue in the face to somebody. They either get it. Once I express it that one time, they either get it or they don't. And like I said, Lizzie's going to do what she want to do regardless. But we'll see how things shift, or if there's something that shifts or changes once she find out this dude is broke. Because all he got left is about a lint left in his pocket, a lint ball right in his pocket. He ain't got no money. He's using all these credit cards and he's so much in debt. He's swimming in debt. So this is just crazy. I can't. Comment down below what y'all think about Lizzie and Scott. Let's go back to Megan, Michael, and Sarah. So Sarah, she meets with Michael's mom, and Sarah feels something is not adding up, and she wants to know why he was late. She plans on checking his phone, okay? And if she can't get the answers from him, she gonna check that phone. And I think that's basically what's gonna end up happening, because he ain't gonna come out and tell her what's going on. She gonna have to check them records and see who he been communicating with, the text messages and all. So I need to hear your guys' thoughts on this episode of A Love After Lockup, Season 2, Episode 12. Again, the title of this episode is Visits and Violations. Comment down below what you thought about either of these couples here. And yeah, give this video a big thumbs up. Share this video with a friend who also loves watching Love After Lockup. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you'll be notified on the next time I make an upload. I look forward to talking to you guys in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.